Hello, everybody. Hudson Barsness here. My dad's right there, Todd Barsness. And we've also got...
Jeff Yasick, the Hall of Famer.
And the dad of the Hall of Famer, Mel Yasick.
You've lost your identity. You used to be Mel Yasick.
It's just Jeff's
he was
dad.
your son. Yep. Now you're Jeff's dad.
Yep.
Yeah. And Kathy, mom, is off to the side, so but she's going to watch to make sure that everything we say is just absolutely accurate.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So
Jeff is a Packers fan, Hall of Fame. Just voted. What month was it? February of this year. So not a full year yet.
Right. It's for the 2021 season, so he's going to be entered in the Hall of Fame as a 2021 Packers Fan Hall of Fame inductee.
Awesome.
I have never had the opportunity to meet a Hall of Famer, and now I live right next door to a Hall of Famer. How about that? All the years that I've been a Packer fan, never met one, and now I have one on my couch. How about that, Jeff?
That's a good experience.
So, Mel, you work for EMT for Mazomania, is that right? The Mazomania EMT?
I'm the volunteer ambulance service.
And you were a how many year veteran as a state police officer?
Almost 35 years.
35 years. And you've been retired for?
Just over 5 years.
Okay. And you and Kathy have been married for?
I better know this.
Yeah. She'll hear about it later.
Almost 41 years now.
And you've got 3 boys. Jeff's the oldest.
Yep.
Danny,
is the middle. And then Andy's the youngest.
And you have how many? 4 grandchildren? 5 grandchildren.
And they all have Jeff Yasick Fan Club T-shirts, too.
They do, yes.
Yeah.
Which, go ahead and just give the commercial right now. Those are available for sale at the school? At
the Wisconsin Heights School. It's any money they make above what it costs to make the T-shirt will go to the special education department at Wisconsin Heights. And our daughter-in-law actually came up with the design. This is a picture that she took from when Jeff found out that he was the winner of the Packers Fan Hall of Fame when he put his number 1 in the air.
I remember that, yeah.
What we'll do is after this, we'll take a picture of you going like this so we can see exactly what it looks like, and we'll put it on the screen.
Oh, perfect.
After in post-production so they can get a real good look at it.
All right.
So.
And this, I want the autograph too. I got it autographed up on top.
By Jeff?
By Jeff, yeah.
Does he do all, or would it be just too much work for him to, like if people wanted to contact him and get autographs?
It's by special request.
By special request.
And he's pretty accommodating.
Okay.
Yeah. I can do autographs like with the fans and I can do whatever. I'm the Hall of Famer.
He'll pose for pictures.
Yeah, I can pose for pictures.
Do you charge for pictures or autographs yet?
It's free.
It's free.
Wow.
How
what
nice.
a deal.
Very
it's
generous
the beauty
of
of
you.
it.
Yeah, it's the beauty of it. And Jeff, you are a graduate of Wisconsin Heights High School. What year did you graduate again?
2003.
2003. And are you currently employed somewhere? I mean, you used to be, but are you still doing some work around the area?
I'm doing work at PI in Mazo. I used to work at Workies, but they didn't call me yet.
I see, because of COVID and things like that.
Yep.
Yeah. That changed a lot of people's employment situations and stuff. So, and of course, this year, as we've already mentioned, you are the Green Bay Packer Fan Hall of Famer. Yep, reigning Hall of Famer. So we want to get into that for a little bit. So tell me, Mel, Jeff, Kathy, you can help us out if you need to. Just a little bit about the background for that. There was a fellow by the name, I read Jeff Hams, is it? Is that name familiar? Somebody wrote I thought somebody wrote Josh
Hams.
Hams. He wrote like an essay about...
My sister's oldest son nominated Jeff.
Got it.
Jeff's cousin.
In November.
Of 2021?
2021.
So just last November.
Yep.
Okay. And he had to write, how long was the...
I believe it had to be 500 words or less on why you deserve to be in the Packer Fan Hall of Fame. And they ended up with 10 finalists that were selected by a committee. And Jeff was one of the 10 finalists. And I'm sure there are other deserving people too, but Jeff's heart is just pure green and gold.
Green and gold. I did lots of interviews. News 3, Spectrum News, News in Reedsburg, or some other place. And Green Bay had it all.
Yep.
Was
Green Bay had it
that
all.
before you actually were announced? Did you do interviews? Did people do interviews, or was this afterwards, Jeff?
Oh,
It was before.
It was.
you did some
Really?
before and some after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so there were 10 finalists. Is that kind of normal for, or did they have more some
yeah.
years and less
Well,
other years?
Jeff is the 24th inductee, so it's been going since 1998, and just common by sheer coincidence,
That
Aaron Rodgers is 24th draft pick,
Oh,
and Jeff
and
is
that's why you got number
24th
24.
inductee, so he has
Okay.
number 24 Hall of Fame jersey.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
And so they select it by fan votes. You can vote in the month of January, and 50% of the votes to make the final winner decision. 50% of it's on votes, and 50% of it's by a Packer committee.
Oh,
So
I
it's a
didn't know that.
combination of a vote and a committee.
Okay.
And so we were invited to February 23rd, I think it
Yeah,
was,
February
to go
23rd.
into the bowels of Lambeau Field and in the media press room, the same podium that Aaron Rodgers and the head coaches and everybody talks at. Very impressive.
Did you get to meet did any of the players, were they there for that, around it all? It was just
No.
Mark Murphy and
Just Mark Murphy.
Don't want to say just Mark Murphy.
yeah,
but-
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
And
sure.
only Mark Murphy.
Only
I
Sorry,
would
Mark.
say.
Sorry,
Right,
Mark.
right,
Yeah. You're
right,
important. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So why don't we take, we're going to put a link in the description for the announcement that's on YouTube.
full
It's on
announcement,
Packers.com.
Yeah.
But we're also going to play a video that either we're going to pick that
Right.
Mel or Kathy had on their phone.
Yeah, they'll
And so
send
we'll
it to
play
us
that
and we'll play it right here.
right now.
The winner of the 2021 Fan Hall of Fame honoree is Jeff Yasick. I think all of May's nominee is here. All right, I knew it would. On behalf of the Packers organization, congratulations. We have this plaque, and we would like you to say a few words.
Thank you first to the Packers.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum.
Thank you for everyone that voted for me. Thank you to Josh who nominated me. Thank you to my family and friends and all the people at PI and all of my friends around the world. Thanks to Megan who did my haircut. And all of my Wisconsin Heights friends. I'm so happy to be in the Hall of Fame with the Packers. Thank you.
Cheesehead, you got proof there.
Jeff, just a quick question. I saw your reaction, so I kind of know what was going on in your head. But tell us did you have an inkling? I mean, did you have an idea that you were going to win? Or did you say, boy, I'm 1 in 10. I could go home without winning this. Did you have that in mind? Or did you say, nope, I think I'm going to win?
No, I did fun activities with my family members first. I was eating food and talking football and drinking soda. Then around quarter to 1, I had one interview. News 3 interviewed me before the big celebration. Then Channel 2 in Green Bay interviewed me after I won.
Okay.
Did you think you were going to win? Did you think you had a chance?
I think I really had a chance to win.
What when they announced your name?
Yeah.
What was that? I mean, that had to have been the thrill of a lifetime, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
He showed it too. That was a raw reaction to it.
Yeah.
Sitting with anticipation.
Yeah. So then after that, you hung around up there for a little bit. Did you just talk to people and things like that? And then you went home. Did you have a lot of activities? I think you went on a fire truck ride and did you speak? Was it that night that you spoke to people downtown in Mazomanie?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, but we hung around for questions and answers with the media, and kudos and shout out to the Packers, because one of the questions that was asked of Jeff at the podium, hey Jeff, you get 2 tickets and an airline to an away game. Are you taking your mom or your dad with you? And before Jeff could answer, Mark Murphy said, I think we can find another ticket somewhere.
Oh, how nice.
Wow, nice.
Go ahead, Jeff.
That was very nice.
And before you do a commercial, I gotta announce the away game, because I know all the Boston's are big Detroit Lions fans.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
My away game is the Detroit Lions.
Oh.
Well, I lived in Michigan for 10 years and I never became a Detroit Lions fan. Jonathan was kind of, because he was born there, but he's starting
mellowed out.
He's mellowed out. So we definitely want the Pack to hand it to the Lions, most certainly.
Perfect.
So what date is that? When are you heading over there?
November 5th.
So you get
November 6th.
And you get airline tickets for 3. You and your mom and dad.
We have to pay for the flight, one extra flight, but we get game tickets and hotels. So we fly Saturday and come home on Monday.
What other things did you, obviously, what other things did you get besides that? Were there some other gifts and honors?
Another home game, which will be the Dallas Cowboys on November 13th. And November 17th is the Tennessee Titans. 3 games in a row that I'm going to.
But
nice.
The other prize part of it was 4 club seats to a home game. And the Packers gave us the top 3 choices, and we were selected to go to the Cowboys game.
Yep. Nice.
And then a year subscription to Packers Plus.
Yep.
And a $500 gift card for the Packer Pro Shop.
Which I already have.
He could use to buy his mom and dad a nice present with that, I think.
That would be nice.
I saw his face there.
Yeah.
Let me think about that.
But I think what really got Jeff into it, besides his sheer enthusiasm and heart, where he bleeds green and gold, is Josh Hames did a wonderful job in nominating him, and he tied it into how long he's known Jeff his whole life. And the day we met Reggie White in 1994, where Reggie made a special trip when he saw Jeff walking with his walker. Jeff has cerebral palsy, so he's always needed some kind of assistance to get around. And Reggie didn't hesitate. He just made it straight. Hey, you want an autograph with me, right?
So I looked up in the clouds and I saw how big he was, and I said, sure.
Jeff was 10 years old then, and he had to look way up to see Reggie's face.
You've got a picture of that, so maybe you can just lift that up, and then
we'll have
will show it. But that's a picture, as people can see, that's a picture of Reggie White on that day. What year was that?
1994.
And that's what they have a tradition, the Packers do. They walk from the locker room across what is it?
It's a training camp, and they ride kids' bicycles. Yeah. So to see a 300-pound lineman on a kid's bike is quite a unique experience.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I think you have a video of that, don't you?
Yep,
somewhere?
we do.
Yeah. So that's nice. And then we'll get to some of the rest of the memorabilia, but do you have anything else? That's a pretty full schedule, but do you have anything else that you have to do as the Fan Hall of Famer, or are these just now the residual things that you get to do, all these games and stuff? Do you have any other events that you have to go to?
I have to go to one more parade and one more autograph session at Workies.
Okay.
It's in the works.
Which one is it? Is it the Wild West Day?
It's the Wild West Day.
Okay, that's coming up in just a couple weeks or a few
And we
weeks,
have
so.
some rules now that he has to represent all of the fan Hall of Famers that have ever been inducted. He cannot cheer for a player from any other team if that player's on his fantasy team.
Oh, those
that'll
are
be
tough
tough.
rules.
We had to set some ground rules.
Yeah.
Especially if they're playing against the Packers. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a no-brainer. but the day that he got the award and he won, we exited the media room and went out the green tunnel where the players run out of and got to go on to Lambeau Field. And there's probably 4 or 5 inches of snow, a hard crust on the snow in parts of the field. And so we're talking, enjoying the sights, and I look up and I said, "Where's Jeff?" He was by the other goalpost doing a victory lap around Lambeau Field in the snow. He'd have to lift his walker up because it would dig into the snow sometimes.
Wow.
That's how I became a Packer Hall of Famer.
And then coming back, just the sheer volume of people for a small community to welcome him home with the fire trucks and the police cars and the DJ and just an overwhelming experience.
Well, I remember him coming to all basketball games, stuff like that at Heights, and for I think just about every season that you've been around, you know, he's been. You guys would show up, and there's Jeff. You know, I think we took a picture with him after one of our playoff games we won, and just everybody knows Jeff. You know, and they know that he loves the Packers, and
he was the first one, I think, one of the first ones to touch the gold volleyball state championship ball when they won in 2008.
2008.
Wow.
So he's a lifelong sports fan.
Yes, I am.
So tell us a little bit more of some of the stuff that you brought here, Mel, and Demond will have pictures of it, but you can hold it up and you can talk us through for a moment or two about each one.
This is the actual plaque that Mark Murphy presented to Jeff, and what's written on it is the nomination, the inscription in the nomination that Josh Hames wrote for him.
Wow.
And so we haven't seen it. We're going to go up at the end of the month and see his name actually at the Hall of Fame.
Next weekend.
Nice.
And then this is a copy of the stockholders' annual report for this year. And prominently displayed in the middle of it is Jeff Yasick getting his award from President Mark Murphy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mark Murphy's not a small guy either. He played in the NFL, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
And then
one of
my friends dropped this off from the 115th Fighter Wing. Congratulations to Jeff Yasick,
Wow.
Packer Fan Hall of Fame winner.
That's cool.
Wow.
So those are up in your room, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs a bigger room.
Yeah.
And the last two items we have, this is an unopened box of Wheaties from 1997 with the Super Bowl champs on it.
Wow.
It's obviously way, way past the expiration date.
Yeah.
But just a nice keepsake, and we haven't had any critters get into the box yet or anything.
That's almost as old as I am. I was born in 96, so it's right there.
Do you have other things from that year? Or is that about it?
We probably have other things up there. I think, we have 3 complete boxes of Wheaties.
Oh, okay.
And so, but there are other things up there.
Yeah.
Other autograph pictures, things like that.
Because I've got a whole box here of newspapers and stuff like that, that's the Super Bowl.
Mike
Do you
Holmgren.
have that?
Yeah. Yep.
You guys have that?
We do.
Then I've got Brett Favre and
On Sports
stuff
Illustrated.
like that.
Yep.
And so, we kept a whole bunch, the boys and I kept a whole bunch of stuff from the Super Bowl run there.
It was magical.
Yeah.
Magical year.
Yeah.
It made you want to go out and take your shirt off and make a snow angel in the snow.
Well, in 1967, when the Packers won the first one, I got my clothes on and went out and dove around, when they won their first Super Bowl championship. So, it was thrilling.
We, my sister and I, Josh Ames's mom, took Jeff to the Super Bowl championship celebration when they had it at Lambeau. And it was a bitterly cold day. And so we had Jeff wrapped in blankets in a wheelchair going inside of Lambeau. And the drinks we set on the bleacher had about an inch of ice crust on them just from setting them on the bleacher. It's probably 10 or 15 below with wind chills or whatever. One of the linemen took his shirt off and dove into the snow to help celebrate.
Jeff, you got an opportunity you've heard of the Ice Bowl, right? The Packers.
Yes.
You got a chance to kind of feel what it was a little bit like that day when you went there.
Yes, it was really cool.
That right there stands alone as
Right.
he deserves to be in the Packers fan Hall of
Yeah.
Fame, because that is
And
negative 15 degrees. That's commitment.
And no matter what, when we go to Packer games, they could be winning by 40. We were at the Cowboys game when they destroyed the Cowboys 41-7 or 45-7.
45-7.
And but we stayed for the whole game. We never ever leave Lambeau early when we're there.
Good for
Rain,
you.
snow, shine. And the last item we have, I'm not sure where this came from.
At Lambeau Field.
Is that your favorite piece?
It's unopened.
It's unopened.
It's a roll of Chicago Bears toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got to have one of those if you're a Packer fan. Yeah.
Exactly.
You wonder if the Bears, when they get together for podcasts, if they have a roll of Green Bay Packer stuff. Probably worse.
Probably worse.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be judgmental.
Yeah. So we've got. I don't know if you had something, but I had something.
About 10 minutes.
Okay. I thought what we would do is before we close out here, we usually try to have a little fun. And so we're just going to do the best we can. I have 3 Packer trivia questions.
Oh, boy.
And so here, actually, is it 4? And I got 4, but one of them you gave away the answer, which was great. But I'll give it anyway, and we'll all get a free answer for that.
Can I guess before you ask it, Blaine Gabbert or TJ Rubley? Or
I don't even know who those guys are. I think I know who Blaine is.
Jerry Taggy?
Jerry Taggy, Don Horn. So there are 4 possible answers here.
Okay.
Which Packer player was nicknamed, don't shout it out, the Minister of Defense? Was it Sean Jones, Gilbert Brown, don't give it away, Jeff, Reggie White, or Santana Dotson? You get the first choice. Who was it?
My good friend, Reggie White.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. One of the greatest nicknames.
This one might
That
be
was.
tougher for you, and I don't expect anybody to get the answer. Well, some of you will. On what day were the Green Bay Packers founded? Was it on August 11th, 1919, or August 11th, 1943?
August 11th, 1919. Oh, yeah.
Did you know that? Did you? Yeah.
I was going to say it was on a Tuesday.
Yeah. You have one of those types of minds that can go, those genius minds that can go back and figure out what.
I'm 2 for 2.
So the Packers just celebrated their 103rd year, if I've got my math right.
Yes.
Yep. Good for
Awesome.
you. I didn't know if you'd get that. Okay, here's a toughie, maybe. Which team did the Green Bay Packers defeat in Super Bowl I? Was it the Oakland Raiders, Buffalo Bills, or Kansas City Chiefs? Jeff, you want to answer?
Super Bowl I. Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Green Bay Packers.
They sure did.
35
to
21.
No,
10.
10.
35 to
But
10.
that is amazing.
That is impressive, yeah.
That is amazing.
I didn't know the
I,
score.
I wrote those notes down because I lived it, so I remember those types of things. But I
Right.
didn't know if he was a big time, Packer.
All Packers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
So he's been a Packer fan, even though he's not even 40 years old yet. He's been a Packer fan since 1919, basically.
Pretty
He goes
much.
all the way back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Time
a good way to
travel.
look at it.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
And here's the true or false question that Mel gave away, but we'll say it anyway. The Green Bay Packers Fan Hall of Fame was established in 1998. Is that true or false?
Trick question.
True.
Hey!
4 for 4.
Ta-da.
You passed your. We're going to send this to Mark Murphy now
Yeah.
because you passed your biggest test that you know everything about the Packers, and I know
Right.
more. I'm sure.
But you know what? This whole event has just brought out the kindness in people and the generosity in people, and just meeting random people. Hey, we voted for Jeff, and I'm not even sure who you are. I don't really know you, but just the people that have a connection, and from reading all of the finalist descriptions and everything, it's just something that stands out.
Well, for a little town like ours, it's kind of a rallying point. I mean, we don't have that many things that you can, but then you have something like this, and you kind of are all connected in some way. But how many did you count? How many votes he got, or was that
they
private?
didn't tell us how many he got, but there were almost 80,000 total votes cast.
Wow!
And so, and you're allowed one vote per day, so that's 31 votes if there's 31 days in January.
So lots of people had to vote.
Lots of people had to vote.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
So it's been quite a wonderful experience.
Anything else you wanted to say before we close out?
When I went to parties, all the people from California talked to me. They've been voting for me.
Even in California?
Yep.
Nice.
The Packers have a wide fan base, so that's I'm not surprised in some facets, because it's just you hear the crowd when they go and play away games, and it's like, are they playing a home game?
Right.
You know, it's loud.
I can tell you, if you sit on the couch with Jeff watching the Packer game, you'll have to switch sides to give the other ear some exposure.
A break.
And our TV never got yelled at as much as it did at the last game against the 49ers. That was very painful.
We all wanted to yell at
But it's a new year now.
Yep.
We're looking forward to the coming year.
Yep.
And I think we should just thank everybody who did cast a vote. And we really appreciate it. Obviously, he wouldn't be here without people voting, so it's very much appreciated.
Yeah. And thanks.
Go, Pack, go!
Let's do
thanks
a
for
full one at the end.
taking the time to come up and visit with us.
Thank
and
you.
We'll make sure you guys get a
Absolutely.
copy of this, and we'll put it other places, and we'll make sure we get all that stuff on and make it shine a little bit. So that'll be great. And you wanted
I'll just
break it down, Hudson.
Well, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Those of you who did, this is part of our 21st episode. We'll have our fun segment next, but before we go, we'd like to do a Packers rally cry or whatever.
All together.
Rally chant.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Go, Pack, go! Woo! Thank you guys. Appreciate it.